Okay, let's get this wagon back on the road before the wheels start falling off. This is part 4 of my great run through Action 52, and I've looked at that press release again that I mentioned, which is at the link I'm showing now. I'll put it in the description. And it's just incredible how confident they were in this shambolic heap. They actually say you could play a new game every week for a year, and in the process have the most miserable, boring year of your life while everyone else was playing games for a fraction of the price that were much better. It just keeps on getting more and more hilarious in a you laugh or you'll cry kind of way. But anyway, the next game in this parade of disappointment is going to be called Mash Man. You're a funny looking dude with a little head and great big feet. Well, you smell yourself. You've got to mash everything in sight before they somehow mash you. So I'm hoping here that I'm going to be armed with a potato peeler or something like that. Let's go. Oh dear God. Okay. All right. So he looks like this terrifying character from a children's TV series in Britain that was called I can't remember its name, but he was called Mr. Nosy Bonk. I promise you. And he looked like he was going to come and kill you in the night. But all British TV programmes for children are kind of frightening. But okay, so getting back to the game, we have horrible sprite flicker, so I can't really tell what's going on, but I seem to be jumping over giant eyeballs. And just arrows in the air that look like some more sprite might have wanted to load, but just couldn't. Don't know what that is. Okay, so I can't jump on those, obviously. Am I meant to be jumping on these, or no? I think those hurt me. I think those hurt me no matter how I angle them. That's not even a... Look at that! How am I supposed to even see that? Oh, I'm going to just go on my assumption that these were amazing graphics that they prepared for this game in particular, and then by some tragedy they just failed to load. This is amazing. I've been here for 30 seconds and I hate this already. Oh, level 2 is not sufficiently different from level 1 to encourage me to continue playing. I think this is that street in MIT in Boston in the background I'm going past here. If you live there or have studied there, you'll know the one. It almost looks like they're trying to say something here. The RLAN, and then they just give up and plunk random tiles into random... I am worried about the state of mind of this architect. Maybe he was desperately trying to write help, I'm stuck writing this terrible game. Well, I will say this, the descriptions in the manual are not frequently terribly accurate, but I am a funny looking dude with great big feet and a small head. But I'm not really sure how I mash everything. Oh, I'm back to level 1 now. No, I mean, mashing would imply jumping on things, I feel. But if you do that too much... Oh, actually, maybe I was supposed to be mashing them. No, you can't. Making the game inaccurate as well as boring. They came. From where? Oh, they came from outer space. Try killing all of the green-eyed monsters, only to be attacked by their leader. Well, that's an awfully disappointing way to put it from the start. So this is a space shooter, like 50% of the games in this collection, honestly, and this time it isn't scrolling. We can move about at will. Well, if I were truly doing things at will, then I would have quit the game by now. Some power-ups, which don't honestly appear to do anything. There's some giant pink space spider webs out there, and and a change of level, which is much more restrictive and honestly not much more fun. Listen to how rubbish this music is. Oh, it's just run out. Oh! So the name of the game is They Came From Outer Space, but they seem to have stayed there. I'm not defending a planet or anything. I'm just bothering aliens who are peacefully running about the screen in the 4 cardinal directions. Okay, I'm going to call a truce here and just stop this right now. because I seem to be looping around the levels. It keeps on announcing level 2, and I'm not confident it'll go any further. Laser League with a Z. You're trapped in a warp with only your laser. You must try to stay alive, collecting new weapons on the way and avoiding the traps they've set for you, until you can be rescued by the Laser League. Oh, great. So, it sounds kind of exciting. I mean, put lasers in anything, it's exciting, but we're not even part of the Laser League. We just have to wait for them to turn up and rescue us. Best music yet. Oh, the excitement of being on hold with a Commodore 64. How about I try to sing along to the background music here? There's something strangely meditative about playing this game. I'd be even more relaxed if I just wasn't playing it. Oh, here's a boss! Looks like a Famicom disc, really. And are you going to stay over there? No? Excellent, I can shoot you now. Oh, there we go. Many years later. This building's got a sort of trim on it. Oh. I shot you, you bloody cheat! Maybe the music was just composed out of the range of human hearing. Oh, here's that same boss again. Nice to have you back. He shoots 4 times and then does very little else. Oh, 2 levels and that was it? Oh, I can't believe someone, you know, even with the justification in their tiny little mind that each game was only $4, I can't imagine paying $4 for this. Why not buy one of my games on the iPhone? They're only $1 each and they're a bit better than this. Okay, this next one is called Billy Bob, which is one of the ones that I have been told I want to pay special attention to instead of running away from very fast. Mary Lou has disappeared. The bad guys have her, but Billy Bob is stuck in jail and must find his way out from deep within this prison in the desert by traversing all the levels and rescuing Mary Lou. Written by the Department of Redundancy Department. This game doesn't even have a title on the intermediate screen. Bodes well, doesn't... Oh, so we've got 2 players. Oh, that was easy. Oh, look at this! It's Prince of Persia, except rubbish. Actually, with the gun, maybe this is like Flashback, also except rubbish. Okay, obviously I need to work a bit more on avoiding those spears and anvils falling from the sky for no apparent reason. Whew! Luckily he's thin. Oh, that didn't get me. Come on, I'm going to get past the first screen of this one. Okay, so climbing lets you avoid the spears just by doing something else while they're animating. Yes, look at that. No, I did. It's like they wanted to make a clone of Prince of Persia, but they chose deliberately the worst way to implement everything, from the traps to the climbing to the falling, in a concentrated effort to produce the worst thing in the history of man. But they couldn't even do that because that already exists, and it's called Saturday Night Live. So, still to get over this job, slightly distracted by the blocks of masonry falling on my head. They went to Prince of Persia and thought, yeah, this is a game about masonry falling on your head. Let's implement that. Here we go. No, we don't. I fear I might not be able to give this special attention because I can't get past the second screen. The controls do not work in a sufficient way to make that possible. Okay, I can climb. I can't... Okay, so I've discovered only a few actions. They're climb, shoot, and die. How does jumping work? Okay, jumping occasionally works. So if you're already heading left or right, you can jump. Unless it's one of those moments when you can't. There we go. No! Oh, is this... Wait a minute. Is this one of the games where... Yes, okay. You can't move left or right while you're holding jump, so that might be... That might be messing up the distance I can get. Of course, it's tempting to bash jump because it doesn't always work. Yes! I'm over the second jump, then the third, and I've died! Okay, so let me tell you my impressions of this game so far. I understand why you wanted me to look at it, but it's terrible, and you were mad to even suggest that I give this a close look. Oh wow, look at this, I'm getting somewhere now. Do 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 do. Oh. You'll have noticed there's no soundtrack to this game, but if there was one, being called Billy Bob, it should probably go something like da 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 da. I was born on Alabama with a banjo on my knee, which scared the hell out of my mum. Okay, further than that. Oh, you bastard! I think I saw the exit that time. I'm going to persevere, no matter how foolish you think I am. Oh, I forget it. I give up. Okay, City of Doom, a name that reminds me of a much better game. While scaling the city skyscrapers to rid the city of the evil insect plague, you better shoot well and accurately because the fall is a long way down. When I'm cleaning windows... Oh, I'm... That was the easy way out. Okay, fortunately I've brought my fly spray with me. So, what happened there? Going in a straight line up this side seems to be working wonders. There are sprites that keep on flickering to the side. I think that I'm dodging enemies that I can't even see. Don't know what happened to him. God, this is a tall building. Oh, I'm in space! Almost reached the end of the game. Oh, that's the boss. That's the boss. I might be near the end. I can't hit him. I did it! I'm on level 2! I could do level 2 now after that success, but what you're forgetting is you can go and boil your head. Main menu. Bit's End Piece is actually called Bits and Pieces, trying to make solid lines out of various sizes and shapes as they float down to the bottom of the screen. Now this sounds a bit like Tetris, doesn't it? How unlike Tetris is it going to be? We'll find out now. Oh, sorry, I'm actually dead now. I have to do the rest of this video in a desiccated state. Okay, so not Tetris is the similarity to Tetris. I'm a zombie running away from a skeleton and a blue meanie thing in a sort of Benny Hill chase at the moment. And I've disintegrated. I think you might have put the description on the wrong game there. Someone wrote the description and thought, oh, Tetris is actually really hard to program. Let's make another stupid side-scroller. But I'll give you this. You can actually move around while jumping this time. The controls have improved immeasurably, but it's also shocking that the controls can improve so much and still remain absolutely terrible. Level 2 looking remarkably like level 1 here. Are these werewolves wearing tighty-whitey pants? I didn't notice the sky before. Look at that. It's just heap of diagonal lines. Is it meant to look like it's raining? Oh, right. That's the end of our zombie and the end of my patience. You can go away. Okay, bits and pieces are what you fall into after you've been attacked as a zombie too much. Bleeps and Blip is this game's title, and it features robots, microscopic and humongous. Here they come. Ready your weapons and fire. I mean, so what are we going to get this time? Okay, so those could vaguely be termed robots. Look at one up! It does nothing. How am I surprised? I'm pretty sure I've heard this music before. It might even have been one of the games that I did earlier in this very video, but seeing as I prefer to forget about these games, I can't tell you which one it was. Oh, 1-ups are actually doing something! Look at that! This game has power-ups! This is advanced coding they've got into here just before the end of the series. Okay, I'm firing on all cylinders now. Unfortunately, I'm still a weird diamond thing, and I don't know what I should do with that. I'm fed up now, can I go home? All these robots seem to be about the same size, actually. If these are the microscopic ones and I encounter a humongous one, I'm dead. Equally, if these are the humongous ones, I will be unable to stop a microscopic one because I won't be able to see it. I'm beginning to think that level 3 just never ends. Unfortunately, my patience does, so let's move on. How many have I got to go? Oh, God almighty. I don't know if I can medically survive doing 8 more, but we're going to try. This one's called Manchester, which means it'll be staring at a curtain of rain and poor football. Manchester Beach, you must try to keep the rhythm, but noisy little critters won't let you. Roll the drums and they go away temporarily, but they'll be back. Yeah, I thought it might be a platform game. This is the worst sound effects yet, and that's really saying something. Da 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 da. Okay, same problem as usual, that you can't jump and move sideways at the same time, except now you're treated to a little jingle that interrupts the music every single time you do it. Can you imagine taking them up on their offer of play a new game every week? I couldn't play this for 10 minutes. Well, I've been stuck at the start of here for the last half hour, it feels like, and I'm not making any progress, apart from that the is starting to sound like, not very good, not very good. Enough! Enough! Okay, that was marginally less depressing than the real Manchester. 45 boss. The Toad is the Mafia boss who uses salamander hitmen. They're all out to get you, but you can beat them as long as your partnet, Spectre, keeps a good eye out for those bad guys. Well, let's leave it to Spectre, then why do we need to get involved? Am I a walking lizard? Well, that's the first opportunity that this game has granted me. There's a worryingly huge hand dropping bombs out that window, which I don't think I can avoid. Let's go this way instead. Out of the game. Oh, I can't. So this is set in a world where gravity has frankly gone. Look at how slow that jump is. So every single time I do one of these videos, I lapse into uncontrollable yawning, at least partway through it. I honestly don't see what I can do about that hand. I'd hate for my involvement. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. I would love for my involvement with this game to end here, but I feel there must be more to it. Yes! Yes! Perfect timing got me through the... Oh, no, there's another one. Killed by a sudden Hoover. Okay, we're prepared for him this time. There we go. There's that weird screech noise that things make when they're hurt in this. Really getting somewhere now. Absurdly slow-moving bombs are no match for me. Unfortunately, an enemy at the edge of the screen managed to get a shot in before I shot them, and you just can't jump high enough to avoid anything, or move fast enough to do anything fun at all, really. Next one is Dead Ant. Help the ant protect the anthill from intruder and protect the queen. Push pebbles to close the hole against intruders, but it's not easy. Neither's programming, and look what it got you. Oh, it does actually feature an ant. That's an improvement on bits and pieces. I'm not seeing a queen, by the way. Maybe she's down one of these corridors? Oh, no, I checked. Oh, wow, another level. We've got spiders and something that I honestly don't know what it is. It appears to have wings. Once they get down here, they home in on you, which is the most intelligent thing I've seen an enemy player do in any of these games. But there's no way to get rid of them once you're at that stage, and they just have to run into you. And you're dead. Such is the life of an ant. Do you know, I wonder if the people who wrote this game have continued started programming, because they could be quite far into their careers now and desperately trying to hide the first item on their resume. I think this was the other one that needed my special attention, but I am struggling to see why. Right, I've died 600 times, and frankly that's enough. Hambo is the cheap version of Rambo. Donkey Kong type of game. Try to get Hambo to the top and watch out for the rolling balls. Okay, so knowing knowing how much bits and pieces resemble Tetris, this is probably going to be a full clone of Doom. Okay, it is Donkey Kong. If you were filtering it through some sort of idiot filter. There's one up. I'm not sure if those are actually giving me one life, and frankly I'd rather they didn't. Okay, here's the boss ball. Whoop! Yes! Level 2! These people have no idea how to write a game. So they said, let's do 52 of them. Okay, this will be the shortest clip ever in these videos, but there is nothing worth going back to I can think of in that game. Time Warp is our next one. Time Warp tickers. As the ticker continues, you must stop the hour blasters and jump the time warp to stop the tickers. Oh, you know what I'm going to sing in this video. Just a jump to the left, and a step to the right. Oh, and get eaten by a snake and leave the game. What? By the way, what's happening? Is this just where they put all of the leftover sprites they didn't use anywhere else? Come back, come back. This is... There's a box on wheels, there's a snake there. Things say time when they disappear, as if questioning the concept of reality. Oh, wow, the jump worked that time. I thought I could just do the... I think that might have been meant to be a yo-yo, difficult to tell, but you can do that sort of wiggle, which seems to do nothing, and you can jump. Occasionally. But you probably won't make it very long. Has someone fed me LSD? Oh, I see what happens. You can only jump while moving left or right. That's going to be inconvenient. I try to make earnest attempts at all of these games, but sometimes it's either not worth it or just impossible. There's a snake flying through the air. Well, let's have some perspective. That's hardly the weirdest thing that I've seen in this game. Was this music from Snake Rattle and Roll? I suppose we'll never know. Main menu. Jigsaw, that was the name of that program that I mentioned earlier with Mr. Nosybunk. Just look it up if you don't believe me, but I hope you're not planning on sleeping that night. Jigsaw, it's a jigsaw puzzle. Tell me it's a jigsaw. Challenging jigsaw puzzles. Shows you picture, then scrambles it, and you must put it back together. Finish one and they get more and more difficult. Okay, let's do some jigsaws. Or, alternatively, take the role of a little French mechanic with... Okay, well, that works too. I'm not judging. Oh, I didn't touch that! Come back! Let's try to stand over there and get... Yes, I can. Excellent. These enemies are not afraid to get you around a corner, so you need to cheat back. Ba 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 ba. Balls to you. It's so difficult to make any kind of progress when they can collide with you from anything up to 5 meters away diagonally. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. So we live in a glitchy parallel universe, a sort of Schrodinger's cat scenario where at any moment things might exist and they might not. Don't know why I said French at the start. The music seemed vaguely accordion-ish, but it's just sort of vaguely weird. Getting somewhere this time. Don't know where somewhere is, but we'll work out that when it comes. I seem to be firing nails at various tools, some of which have come to life and some of which haven't. I've been about half an hour on this level now. When's it going to stop? Oh, thank Christ for that. Okay. Main menu. I suppose vaguely the title Jigsaw could be vaguely appropriate. You know, that big band saw that... what's the Jigsaw? I can't even remember. But Ninja Assault is the next one. The Master has given you the task to defeat the Zinzan evil ninja tribes. Prove you're worthy. Defeat the evil tribe while avoiding the Chinese stars and other objects. Okay. 1 player. Okay, watching out for Chinese stars. Ah, there's Jackie Chan! Okay, so I can do a sort of tumbly... hang on a minute, why are the candles upside... Oh, is this meant to be a reflection? That's meant... the castle with the shiniest floor in the world. So this is a bit like... well, a lot like... oh, wait a minute. Getting rid of a bird. Okay. Ah! Wait, how is I supposed to avoid that? Yeah, this is a lot like Bruisers or whatever that game was called, on the roof with all the air conditioning, except it's actually not as bad. And when you can identify a game as not being as bad as some of the others in this collection, that's something. Come on, take that! Oh, no, no, wait! I thought I was fighting two of them at that time, but I just bashed them off the side of the screen. I just find that so amusing. Oh, bitten to bits by a dog. What a shame, I'll never complete this game. Run away very fast indeed. Okay, last one for this video, because I am saving the best till last. Robbie Robot. Okay, this one's called Robbie and the Robots, and Robbie must lead his good robots against his evil brother Brainy, but Brainy has his own robots and it's not going to be easy. You always say it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Paying attention to these games is what the... Okay. Okay, so an irritating walking sound, no music, and a very difficult obstacle to start off with. Oh, the robot just collided against my enormous bulk and instantly disintegrated. Let's just keep on going through the level like this. This tactic seems to be working a treat. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Look at the things in the background, they don't even scroll correctly, nailed to the wall. Sometime further over, you get to level 2 with this terrible sort of Cumberland sausage background and a pit this time, so you actually need to use the jump key. Here we go, another jump, straight into another... okay, I'm not even going to dignify that with another try. That's the end of this video. This was the most difficult one yet. Either I've lost my immunity to the quality of these games, or they really are getting worse as it goes on. I mean, two of them didn't even remotely resemble the manual descriptions this time, which is probably for the best. But yeah, next time, Cheetah Man is going to be the grand finale, and I am going to complete that one unless a game bug prevents it from being completed, quite likely, in which case I will quite happily give up and go and play some decent games instead. And you should too. Why are you wasting your time with this? Go away!